What happens when a man builds his entire life on lies, ego, and deception, and suddenly gets the one chance that could change everything? This is the story of someone who thought he was smarter than everyone, a man who believed charm could replace honesty. On one side, true love and loyalty, and on the other, greed and reckless decisions. And then, out of nowhere, a mysterious stranger appears and says, "I can grant you 3 real wishes." From that moment on, his life takes a turn so shocking, there's no way back. As the story moves forward, the man's habit of lying begins to catch up with him in ways he never expected. Every situation he steps into becomes a maze of excuses, half-truths, and desperate attempts to cover his tracks. When the police confront him, instead of being honest, he immediately tries to twist the story, acting confused and innocent as if nothing is ever his fault. But lies have a way of piling up, and soon he finds himself tangled in his own words, unable to keep track of which version he told last. Even simple misunderstandings turn into chaos because he never learned to face things directly. And while he laughs things off and pretends he's smarter than everyone else, the cracks in his confidence start to show. It becomes painfully obvious that dishonesty doesn't protect him, it only leads him deeper into trouble he can no longer talk his way out of. On the other side of the story, we see a completely different picture, one that quietly reminds us what real love is supposed to look like. There's a couple who has been together for years, standing by each other through every struggle. The man finally gathers the courage to propose, even though he can only afford a simple, inexpensive ring. He worries it's not enough, that she deserves something grand, something that shows how deeply he loves her. But the moment she sees the ring, she doesn't think about its price or appearance. She thinks about every sacrifice, every moment of support, every dream they've shared together. To her, the ring isn't just jewelry, it's a symbol of loyalty, patience, and genuine care. Their connection shows that love isn't measured by money or gifts, but by the intentions behind them, and sometimes the smallest ring can hold the biggest meaning. In the beginning, we meet a man who has built his entire life around lies, ego, and impulsive choices. He treats relationships like games and believes that charm and good looks are enough to excuse his behavior. When he cheats on his girlfriend and casually tells her that thousands of girls are waiting for him, it becomes clear he doesn't value anyone, not even himself. His confidence isn't real, it's a shield he uses to hide his insecurity and irresponsibility. Instead of admitting his mistakes, he pushes people away with arrogance, acting as if he can replace anyone at any time. This moment sets the stage for everything that follows, showing how deception slowly eats away at a person's life. The man doesn't realize it yet, but every lie he tells is a step closer to consequences he won't be able to escape, because arrogance always collapses under its own weight. In the end, the weight of every choice he made finally settles in, and the message becomes impossible to ignore. All his life, he believed that cutting corners would get him ahead, that lies could smooth over trouble, that charm could replace integrity, and that wealth could magically fix everything he had broken along the way. But standing face to face with the consequences, he realizes something he was never willing to admit: shortcuts don't save time, they steal your future. Greed didn't make him powerful, it left him empty. Money didn't buy him freedom, it dragged him into a punishment he could no longer escape. And all the pretending, all the ego, all the excuses only pushed him further from the life he could have had if he had chosen honesty and humility. It becomes painfully clear that truth may be difficult, but deception is devastating, and whatever is built on greed eventually collapses. Just when it seems like his troubles can't get any stranger, he crosses paths with a mysterious man who changes everything. Instead of judging him or walking away, this stranger offers something almost unbelievable: 3 real wishes, anything he desires. At first, he doesn't even take it seriously. He laughs, mocks the idea, and wastes precious moments arguing instead of listening. In his confusion and carelessness, he ends up using 2 wishes without even realizing what he's doing, proving once again that acting without thinking only leads to loss. The stranger doesn't yell or scold him, he simply reminds him that choices have consequences, even magical ones. Now, with only a single wish left and no room for mistakes, the man is forced to confront a truth he has avoided his entire life: decisions made in haste often come with a price that can't be undone.